All right, but yeah, like honestly, this game is not terrible for what it is. And from what I've seen, IGN gave this a 5 out of 10, right? And the reason they're doing it is I just don't know. As you said, they're all over the place. It feels like a hate piece. Basically, they gave She-Hulk a huge, gigantic rating. I feel like the problem with a gigantic company like IGN doing so many reviews is some people review things just because they have to and not because they want to. And I think if you are a TV show watcher, a movie watcher, a video game player, you like the best sort of reviews for you to watch and listen to are people who and you've been following for a while and maybe have the same taste like relative taste, so you can understand, hey, this guy likes a lot of the stuff I do, so if they don't like this, I will most likely not like it either. And you can actually talk to them, tweet at them, go to their streams and talk to them. Whereas an IGN thing, they're in their own bubble. They get the game weeks in advance, so they don't have anyone to talk to, and they're just doing their own thing. And then when they come out, they're all trying to make a name for themselves, because IGN's a company where you want to, you want to get ahead, right? You want to write reviews. You want to be the one to be like, I want this big game review when it comes out. So you have to get the most clicks on your reviews, whether it's written or if it's a video. You want more clicks, good or bad. More clicks, more revenue. You're going to get the next big game. So it seems like over there, I just feels like it's like manufactured and they're just doing it to do it. So unfortunately, a lot of games, a lot of movies, good or bad, it's all over the place, and people, once again, you're not connected to the person even writing it. You can see their names, and it's, and when you watch video reviews, it says, oh, written by, this is reviewed by, this is narrated by. So once again, you have two people, you have a voice that's not the person who has written it some of the times. And then like they don't even say everything in the review that is in like the written article. And then they have their own agendas, and they want to get high in the company, and they want to have their own voice because IGN is a company and it's not part of their own YouTube channels or anything like that. So they have to put their own spin on their reviews, and they have to have a rhythm, a pattern, something that makes them stand out as a reviewer. So then they have to go out of their way to not make it objective about the game, but then say stuff like, their own political opinions, and it's just insane. So everyone's giving their own opinions, as you said. It's just the best thing to do for viewers is to find people that you align with and get some real, honest opinions about. And that's why IGN over the past decade or so has been so hard to take seriously. I follow them just because it's interesting to see what the hell review score comes out, but in no way do I take them. I don't take them seriously at all in terms of buying games or even spending my time watching stuff on Netflix. Because even though I'm not spending extra time to watch, to pay stuff, it's the time you take out of it. I follow way better like review channels that are much smaller scale, but I trust them more because their views, their video game taste align with me. And if they ever have something that is misaligned with me, they give really good reasons why. I have yet to be led astray, for example, by what's his name? Dan Murray. Oh no, I forgot his name. Oh no, he's a show reviewer. Dan Murrell. Such a good reviewer. I also listen to Happy Console Gamer. I listen to Angry Joe Show and a lot of stuff. And there's just like those type of reviewers and stuff. Like I trust them. They take the time to really give their insights and look at it. So it's stuff like that. So it kind of sucks that the big companies, you just can't trust them anymore. But then these days, could you even have trusted them before? Also, I think the reason why, I mentioned all the stuff about like individuals just reviewing stuff, not because they necessarily chose to review it themselves, but because, it's just a job they have to do, is, now these days, people are way more open. Like the reviewers back in the day, like 20 years ago, it's just people writing for magazines, and that was it. They don't have any updates to the review. They just put it out in a magazine or a tiny blog. And then these days, everyone is a personality. They're everywhere, and then it's just a different mentality. So yeah, it's really unfortunate that IGN is officially giving this a 5 out of 10. And I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but the reasons were bad performances, which Switch performance, which I haven't hit that yet. We've been playing for like what, a couple hours now, and also a little handholdy. It's the beginning of the game. What can you expect? But I do agree with a little bit of unnecessary dialogue. Like that happens a lot in a lot of games geared towards kids. It's just like they reiterate stuff. But then again, this is Mario. It's for kids. You know, if these sort of things were in like a bigger game, like a God of War, and the audio was really terrible, Veilguard, you would call it out. But you have to go in with expectations. This is a kids game. You know, it's fine. It's a perfectly serviceable game. So yeah, it's just what happens. What are you gonna do?